All right, we've been following results all night, and now I'm told we now have the chance to hear from Chris Jones. As we know, he's about to speak right now. Let's listen in.
Oh, I love you. 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 And I sure love you, girl. I mean, I was ready to keep listening to her, right? That's my baby. Oh, yeah. Give it up for my wife, please. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And I say this, and when I say it, I speak for 200 years of Arkansans. When I say thank you, because you all showed up and did something. You all stepped up and pushed past the barriers. You all showed up and said, we can do something different. You all showed up and said, you know what? They're telling us that we're supposed to be separate, but we don't have to be. You all showed up and said they're telling us that we're locked in the bottom, but we don't have to be. You all stepped up, and when they told us that it was impossible, you said, I believe. I believe. I believe. And let me tell you, in these moments, it's hard to believe. It's difficult when what you see doesn't line up with what you want. It's challenging when you fight with everything in you and you don't quite get there. But understand, the race is not over. Now, let me be clear. We walked every last street in this state, and we're gonna count every last vote in this race. Why? Because Arkansas deserves it. And Arkansas is worth it. And when we started, we made a promise to each other that we were going to do things differently. We made a promise to each other that we were going to believe together. We made a promise to each other that we are locked in for the long journey. Let's keep that promise. Let's keep that promise. So I want to say to everyone in this room, you did well. I want to say to everyone outside this room who believed and stepped up, you did well. And I want to say to Mr. Fault in Paragould, we still won't forget you. And I want to say to Jim in Louisville, we're still going to fight to get your roads. Why? Because every Arkansan matters. And understand, this was never about Chris Jones. Never. This was about all of us. And this was about the promise we make to each other, because that's what Arkansas deserves. This is about the promise we make to each other, because that promise is going to move us closer to freedom. It's going to move us closer to realizing our ideals. And we can get there. We can get there. We will get there. We will get there. We will get there. So I'm not even on my script. Let me say this, y'all. Geraldine, Jordan, Janelle, and Jasmine, you all are amazing. You represent the best of me. And I love you with everything that I am.
Wow, that did not sound like he was conceding, Lance.
Still
That
waiting
sounded
for all
like
the
he was going to
votes,
stick around.
Right, still waiting for all the votes to be counted and wanting to make sure that all that is tallied properly. And but you know, I don't think there's a denial happening here. I think it's more of just let the process play out, and clearly thanking all his supporters who've been with him throughout a campaign that he should really be proud of.
He kept using the word promise.
Yes.
And that sounds like someone who is, if not tonight, there'll be other nights.
We'll see.